Okay, so instead of waiting until the call to prayer is over, I figured I would give you guys a chance to listen in. My video is a little bit later than normal because I was actually going over to, it's called the Erte, and that's kind of the leader of the community that I live in. And that's basically to ask for a letter that says that I have the permission to travel from Salatiga to Manado on a bike, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Actually, it's getting pretty sure at this point that that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, super big praises throughout this past week. So, thank you to everyone who was praying this past week. It's actually like really good to have a prayer team right now for this time, because this is like exactly what a prayer team is for this time. So prayer requests answered this past week, and I was talking to my grammar teacher yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, and he was trying, because my prayer request last week was to do everything in accordance with the culture here. And so before, I was going to kind of go out with each individual family that I wanted to invite out to a restaurant, which ended up being, basically every other day this next month. But he was basically like, no, that's not how it would be culturally. You should do what they would call an open house. Well, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to actually make it so that there won't be so many days during this next month where I'll be going to a million different restaurants, but I'll actually just invite everybody over to my house. So he's going to help me kind of arrange that in a way that's cultural. So huge, like very direct answer to prayer there. So thank you to everyone who was praying for, being, I want to say sesuai, but being in accordance with the culture. That was an Indonesian word that jumped into my head. So a lot going through my head right now because there's a lot of noise. But yes, and then also, I got paperwork. Paperwork has been coming through. My several things there. My microwave just got sold. Things are moving along. So yeah, everything is going well with the process of moving. So I hope that you really enjoyed my post, my prayer request for this week. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who was praying for last week. So just being in accordance with the culture, that's definitely keep praying for that in the weeks to come as I actually do the open houses and the different things that I have planned as well. This week, again, there's so many prayer requests right now that I could list out, but and I'll just call it the big move, which is kind of a dramatic phrase to call it, but yeah, because it's just to encompass everything, as you start to pray in 10 minutes or whatever. This week I would just say, to if I was to hone in on something, it would be to kind of that as I keep planning out everything and keep trying to think into ahead of the game, and into July and even August and into the next year actually, that all of the planning could come to fruition, but that it also would all be done under the will of God as well. That I would be open to anything that would be changed because of God's sovereign will. But yeah, just that my planning would go well, that I could remember all the little nitty gritty details along the way, as I probably am going to ride my motorcycle up to Manado and get on a ferry. So there's a lot of different things that need to go into place. A lot of tiny little nitty gritty details that I need to think about that could also easily stress me out. So just please pray that I wouldn't be too stressed out, but that, yeah, all the little tiny details would work themselves out. So, yeah, thanks to everybody who is out there praying. And I think weekly and even daily sometimes your prayers are being answered in my life and others, I would say as well. So, thank you to everybody who's praying, and please tune in next week for another emphasis on what to pray about for next week. So, we'll see you next Monday. Thank you so much.